What if trying to clear your mind is the very thing that keeps it noisy? Welcome to Beyond the Mind channel. Quick truth. Most of us were taught to chase an empty mind, to push thoughts away, to insist on calm. That push creates tension. You try harder. The mind resists harder. You label yourself bad at meditation. In this video, I'll show you why that loop happens, what the brain is actually doing when thoughts arise, and a few practical alternatives that give steadier focus and real ease. Safety first. If you have a history of trauma, severe anxiety, dissociation, or recent major mental health crises, choose grounding or body-anchored practices instead. Stop any exercise that increases panic or persistent distress. Seek professional support if needed. Settle in now. Sit comfortably, chair or cushion. Keep your spine upright, but relaxed. Let your hands rest naturally. Soften your jaw. Eyes can be lowered or gently closed. Whatever helps you feel steady. Have a small notebook or your phone ready. Before we dive, do one quick baseline. Pause the video for 10 seconds and write one line. Right now my mind feels this way. Give it a number from 1 to 5 for how scattered or calm you feel. That tiny note will make future change visible. Now a short experiment. Set a 90-second timer. For the first 45 seconds, try to make your mind blank. Push thoughts away. Aim for an empty screen inside your head. Notice how that effort feels in your body. The jaw, chest, the tightness. When the first 45 seconds finish, switch immediately. For the next 45 seconds, rest your attention on your breath. When a thought appears, gently say thinking. Then come back to the breath. No scolding, no drama. Just return again and again. When the timer ends, take 2 grounding breaths. Write one short sentence. Which half felt more effortful? Which half left you calmer? Keep that note. It's your simple proof that trying to clear often increases struggle, while an accepting return trains steadiness. Ready? We'll unpack the neuroscience behind that experience, and then I'll give you 3 practical shifts you can use right away. Why trying to clear thoughts backfires? The brain story. There's a simple mechanical reason. Your clear the mind strategy fights you. When you try to suppress a thought, 2 processes kick in. One is an active control process, the part of the brain trying to push the thought away. The other is an automatic monitoring process, the part that keeps checking whether the thought is still there. The monitoring process has to keep the thought in mind just enough to check for it. So the very act of watching for absence keeps the thought active. This is why suppression can make thoughts louder. There are also 2 broad brain networks involved. One is a spontaneous associative network. People call it the default mode network. It's where mind-wandering, memories, and spontaneous thoughts arise. The other is a top-down control system, prefrontal and parietal regions that try to hold attention and regulate impulses. When you push for blankness, those systems go into conflict. The control network ramps up effort. The spontaneous system responds with stronger signals. That conflict shows up as tension in the body, tight jaw, shallow breath, chest constriction, and as a felt sense that you must try harder. There's a cognitive law that captures this pattern. The attempt to avoid something can increase its salience. You can think of it like a mental spotlight. If you shine light on don't think X, the mind treats X as important and keeps returning to it. On a neural level, each return to that content strengthens the pathway that brought attention there. So suppression gives practice to the very thing you want to avoid. Suppression also raises arousal. Effortful control uses metabolic and sympathetic resources. Higher arousal narrows perception. makes distraction feel more urgent, and shortens the leash of attention. That's why the try harder approach feels exhausting and short-lived. There's a healthier neural route. When you notice a thought and gently label it, thinking, and then return to an anchor, you're doing two useful things. First, you stop feeding the thought with focused avoidance. Second, you train the brain's reorientation circuitry, the habit of noticing and returning. Those repeated returns build a different network, the circuit for graceful recovery, not the one for suppression. Over time, the mind learns to recover more quickly from distraction. The practice changes the prediction the brain makes about internal noise. Instead of treating every thought as a crisis that requires elimination, the brain learns that thoughts are normal and safe to let pass. That reduces conflict signals, lowers arousal, and makes attention steadier. So the takeaway is simple. Trying to clear thoughts puts you in a loop of control versus spontaneity. Noticing, labeling, and returning trains recovery instead of resistance. That shift from suppression to gentle reorientation is what actually reduces the loudness of thoughts over time. Ready? In part 3, I'll give 3 practical shifts you can apply immediately. Tiny experiments that replace suppression with skillful alternatives. 3 practical shifts, tiny experiments to replace suppression. Shift 1, notice, label, return. Try this now. Sit for 2 minutes. Rest attention on a simple anchor, the breath at the nostrils. When a thought appears, silently say one word, thinking. Then come back to the breath. That's it. No argument. No trying to shove the thought away. Count each return if you like. Log 1 line. 2M returns. X tone. Underscore, underscore, underscore. Why it works. Labeling stops the battle. It breaks the automatic monitoring loop and trains the reorientation circuit, the muscle you actually want. Shift 2, soften the goal, from clear to open and steady. Instead of trying to empty your mind, aim to soften and widen. Practice this for 3 minutes. Begin with 1 minute of narrow attention on the breath. Then, without forcing, widen your awareness to include sounds, body sensations, and thoughts as background traffic while the breath remains the center. If a thought grabs you, note it once and return. Log 3M, narrow 1M / open 2M, clarity, underscore, underscore, underscore. Why it works. Widening reduces the sense the thought is a threat that must be expelled. The brain learns that thoughts can exist without demanding action, which lowers arousal and reduces grip. Shift 3, short sprints and measurable recovery. Replace long blank mind attempts with short focused sprints and deliberate recovery training. Try this workout. Do 6 rounds of 30 seconds focused attention. Count steady seconds or hold the breath image. After each 30s, intentionally note how long it took you to notice a drift and come back. That's your recovery time. Rest 15 to 30 seconds between rounds. Log 6 times 30s, average recovery. Why seconds mood. Underscore, underscore, underscore. Why it works. You're training recovery speed, not perfection. Repetition of small sprints builds the tidy neural habit of quick noticing and returning, which compounds fast. Quick micro tools to use with each shift. Recognition tag. Say noticed or thinking the instant you see you drift. 2 breath reset. Inhale 4 counts. Exhale 6 counts. Use before a tough sprint. Anchor swap. If breath dulls, switch to a tactile point fingertip, feet, for a round. What to do if it gets intense. If a practice raises anxiety or strong emotions, stop. Place a hand on your chest. Feel your feet on the floor and breathe naturally. Shorten the next round or switch to an exhale-focused anchor. If distress persists, get professional support. How to test progress in 1 week. Pick one shift to practice daily. Do a quick log each day. At week's end, compare recovery times and returns. If recovery shortens and clarity nudges up, you're on the right track. That's all for the experiments. Guided practice. A compact routine to replace suppression. Settle in now. Sit comfortably. Spine upright, relaxed. Hands rest naturally. Soften your jaw. Eyes lowered or closed. Take 2 full breaths. Inhale long enough to notice. Exhale, release. We'll do a short, practical routine that weaves the 3 shifts. Notice label return, soften and widen, and short sprints with measured recovery. If anything feels destabilizing, pause the audio, breathe normally, and return when you feel steady. Opening calibration, 1 minute. Find the breath at the nostrils. Rest attention there softly. For 30 seconds, simply notice the breath. If a thought appears, silently say, thinking, and return. No struggle, no push. For the final 30 seconds, widen your awareness while keeping the breath as the center. Include sounds and body sensations as background. If a thought grabs you, note thinking once and come back. Pause now for 1 full minute while you do this. Silent space for 60 seconds. Short sprint workout, 6 focused rounds. Will train recovery speed. Each round is 30 seconds focused attention, followed by 15 seconds rest. During each focused 30s, rest on the breath, that if you drift, note noticed or thinking. As soon as you notice the drift, return. Mentally note how many seconds passed before you noticed. That's your recovery time. During each 15th rest, open your eyes if closed. Notice how your chest and jaw feel. Breathe normally for reset. We do 6 rounds now. Round 1, focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Rest 15 seconds. Silent space for 15 seconds. Round 2, focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Rest 15 seconds. Silent space for 15 seconds. Round 3, focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Rest 15 seconds. Silent space for 15 seconds. Round 4, focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Rest 15 seconds. Silent space for 15 seconds. Round 5, focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Rest 15 seconds. Silent space for 15 seconds. Round 6, final focus 30 seconds. Silent space for 30 seconds. Finish with a 30-second reset. 2 grounding breaths and gentle body scan. Silent space for 30 seconds. Why this helps, brief reminder. You just practiced noticing quickly and returning. Each quick return trains recovery, not suppression. Short sprints avoid the exhaustion of trying to force emptiness. Widening the field teaches the mind that thoughts are background traffic, not emergencies. Closing integration, 2 minutes. Rest in a natural breath. Sense any change in the body, jaw, chest, the space around the nose. Silently reflect for 1 sentence. Today my recovery time felt ___. If you want, write 1 quick log line. Duration. Return/recovery. 1 word feeling. If the practice stirred strong emotion, ground now. Feel feet on the floor. Place a hand on your chest. Breathe slowly until steadier. When you're ready, take 3 full breaths. Inhale open. Exhale close. We've trained recovery, softened the goal, and built short, repeatable skill. 4-week plan. Simple metrics, safety, and close. You've practiced the shifts. Now let's make them stick. This 4-week plan keeps things small, measurable, and kind. Week 1, habit first. Daily, 5 minutes per day. Do 1 minute self-calibration, 2 minutes of notice label return, 2 minutes of soft widen. Log 1 line after each sit, date, duration, returns, 1 word, tone, example, 202615, 5M, return 7, tiny win, complete every day this week. That's progress. Week 2, build frequency and micro tools. Daily, 7 to 9 minutes total. Do, keep the core 5 minutes. Add 1 2-breath reset before a difficult task and 1 pocket sprint 30s during the day. Measure, count 2-breath resets / pocket sprints per day. Aim to increase frequency rather than length. Mini test, before 7 replies, do a 2-breath reset. Note how many replies felt calmer. Week 3, train recovery speed. Daily, maintain micro practices. Pick 2 days for a short sprint workout. Do 6 rounds of 30s focus plus 15s rest. Measure average recovery time each session. Log 6 times 30s. Average recovery YS mood. ____. Tiny win. Average recovery time shortens slightly compared to week 1. Week 4, consolidate and personalize. Daily. Pick a sustainable routine you can keep long-term. For many people, that's 5 to 10 minutes / day plus pocket practice. Do. Repeat 1 mini experiment from week 2 and compare results. Decide. Keep what worked, drop what didn't, and set a realistic plan for the next month. Simple metrics that matter. Days practiced per week. Aim for steady consistency. Returns per sit or average recovery time during sprints. These are direct markers of the skill you're training. That 1-word post-practice tone over time. A gentle trend is meaningful. Microtool frequency. How often you use the 2-breath reset or pocket tongue blend. Higher frequency equals better integration. Weekly 5-minute review. Do this once per week. How many days did I practice? Trend in return / recovery. Down, same, or up, 1 small. Surprising observation, point 1 tiny change. For next week, point 1 small action I took after practice. Safety and boundaries. Please note, if practice raises panic, dissociation, or persistent distress, stop and use grounding. Feel your feet. Place a hand on your chest. Name 5 external objects and breathe naturally. Prefer short, body-anchored practices if you have trauma history or severe anxiety. If symptoms persist after adjusting practice, seek professional guidance. Habit design tips that work. Anchor practice to an existing cue after brushing teeth, before work, or at lunch. Keep logs visible. A short note builds momentum. Reward consistency, not perfection. A tiny ritual after practice helps. A cup of tea, a 5-second stretch, or a simple good job to yourself. Share progress with 1 friend or accountability partner for added follow-through. Final encouragement. Change is quiet and cumulative. Small reps build steady recovery. Each gentle return trains the system your mind uses. Celebrate showing up. If you are a true seeker of higher wisdom and self-knowledge, subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment with a practice question or a topic you want next. Your suggestions shape future videos. Thank you for practicing. Keep going, 1 return at a time.